Something that I really enjoy about Provo is how many places there are to eat. Some of my favorites include Guru's Cafe, which has really great quesadillas and sandwiches and amazing sweet potato fries. There's also Good Time Eatery, which has really good fresh food, lots of different flavors. I also really enjoy Pita Pit, which is really unique, I think. It's kind of like a Costa Vida style, like price range and like amount of food that you get. It's kind of like a Costa Vida thing, but it's for more Mediterranean food. I also really like J Dog's as a classic in Provo, and I really like the Slab Pizza place in Provo as well. They have really fun flavors and toppings on pizza for a pretty decent price for how much pizza you get. And I also really like this place called Taqueria San Marcos, which has really good cheap tacos. Yeah, and Provo has a lot of places. If you go on Center Street, there's good pupusas place to get pupusas. So for desserts, they have a place called Roll Up Crepes, and they have really good, lots of different kinds of toppings you can put on crepes, and they're delicious. There's also a place called Roll With It Creamery that is like the ice cream place where they make the ice cream in front of you and like smooth it out on the cold dish, and like you can put your toppings in it. And there's also a place called Penguin Bros, which has amazing cookies with like really good flavors of ice cream. I don't know how else to describe it other than just really good gourmet ice cream sandwiches. There's also lots of drink places in Provo that aren't coffee places if you don't drink coffee. There's an Ivy Juice Bar, which has freshly pressed juice. There's Green Panda, which has really good boba smoothies if you like that. And there's also lots of soda shops everywhere. There's Swig, Sodalicious, Fizz, Poppin' Sweets, so lots of different soda if you're into that.
I love Betos because their burritos are huge and they're awesome. However, I do have a favorite place that's indigenous to here. I don't remember the name of it. It's right across the street from the Provo City Center Temple. I think it's called Brasas or something like that, but it's also Mexican because they also have burritos, and their burritos are big and it's delicious.
There's two places that come to mind in terms of places to eat in Provo. If you like burgers, Station 22. It's on Center Street. Yeah, it's got a lot of great atmosphere to it. It's got great food, like the fry sauce and the fries are just amazing. The burgers are killer, and just overall great stuff. Please check that out. And it's a little more on the pricier side, but it's really good. It's worth the extra money. Sorry. And then there's a place just around the corner on University Avenue called Lucy's. It's a Brazilian place, and it's a lot cheaper, but it's really good stuff. Brazilian food. It's kind of like Hispanic, but there's a lot of rice and good meat choices. It's very good. But like I think it serves with like beans and stuff. Anyway, Station 22 and Lucy's. Check them out.
One of my favorite places all time to eat in Provo, Don Joaquin's. Hole in the wall Mexican place. It tastes like a taco truck inside a restaurant. When you go in, like it's like just feels authentic. You get really good tacos. They're really cheap. You know, you can get a good meal for $5-6, which compared to McDonald's, you know, you're getting just as much food and it's way better. They really do step up their game. Like it's always pretty full, so make sure you go a little earlier than you thought you would so that you can find a place to sit down and enjoy yourself, because they really are the best tacos in Utah.
Provo has a ton of good places to eat. Some of my favorites are Don Joaquin Street Tacos. It's a good, cheap place to get some great tacos. Just down the road, actually in Springville, is a great place called the Art City Trolley. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's delicious. On Center Street, some must-have places include you have to go to Hrushka's Kolaches. They open at about 6:30, and they are open until they sell out, which is usually around 11 or 12. If you go there on a Saturday morning, you'll wait 20 minutes in line. And essentially a kolache is a little roll with some meat and cheese and breakfast foods inside of it. And they also have savory kolaches and also dessert kolaches. Besides that, another great place is Roll It Up Cafe, a great ice cream place, as well as Penguin Brothers.
So one of my favorite places to eat in Provo is Costa Vida. My wife really likes a restaurant called Cafe Rio. They're very similar. They have burritos and salads and all sorts of delicious food. My favorite thing to get at Costa Vida and at Cafe Rio is a full-size salad. Their salads are just amazing. Tons of lettuce, and then they give you this fresh salsa. If you want beans and rice and meat. Also, for free, you can add these cooked vegetables like peppers and onions. A lot of people don't know that, but you can ask for it for free, and it adds a lot to your meal. But it's so good. And you get the avocado ranch. You just drizzle it on top, or that green lime ranch, whatever it is. Super delicious.
One of my favorite places is called Se Llama Peru. If you've served in Peru, or if you're from Peru, or you just love Peru, this is really good. I'm from Los Angeles, so I know food. Well, at least I think I know food. But I actually think this is really, really good. Really good Peruvian food. So I would recommend that place. And there's a place just a few doors down that's called El Salvador, and they have pupusas there. Really good pupusas. Super cheap pupusas. I can't even, it's like $1 something. Super cheap. And I think the Se Llama Peru place, for like 2 plates, it's like $20 or something. So kind of on the expensive side, but really good. So those are the 2 places that I would recommend.
Provo has a really good restaurant scene and some places to eat depending on what you want to spend. Cafe Rio is very popular and the salads are great. If you want to go to a dessert place, there's Taste on University, and they have some really good dessert options. If you need to have a lunch meeting, Good Time Eatery is really great because it's quick, but the food is, really high quality, farm to table. And then if you want to spend more, Communal on University has one of the best menus I've ever had. Very, very good. And interesting atmosphere, really intimate restaurant. And the El Salvadorian restaurant and Kolaches. It's just a lot of great options.
I have to give a shout out to In-N-Out. In-N-Out is always my number one. But another really good place is by DI, kind of by Bulldog Boulevard and the hospital. It's called Molly's, and it's way good. And it has like home style food and everything. And the people that work there are so sweet and so nice, and they hook you up with a ton of food, and it just tastes amazing. And just like the community there and just everything, the atmosphere is so awesome and uplifting, and it's a great place to eat.
There's a new restaurant in Provo. It's called Five Brothers. They brought it over from Hawaii because it was doing really well in Oahu at BYU, Hawaii, and it's a burger place, and you gotta order one called the Paniolo Burger. Just try.
So one of my favorite places to eat in Provo, or I recommend to people if you like sushi, is called Five Sushi Brothers. And they do really great sushi. It's not too expensive as far as sushi goes, and it's just a cool place. They have like a Wii in the back room, and it's just a fun place to go.
A really good place to get fresh bread or donuts is the Perma Bakery. It's on 2nd East and 1st North, and it has a small parking lot, but you can park on the street, and because everybody's just in and out really quick, and it's delicious. And you better hurry and go there on a Saturday morning, early in the morning, to get what you want, or else someone else is gonna buy that donut you really wanted with sprinkles on it. My husband and I recently went to Communal. It's on University Avenue in 2nd North, maybe 1st North. I forget, but it's delicious. It's a little expensive, but totally worth it.
Provo has lots of very good different restaurants. They have lots of different food from different cultures and different countries. I know Provo Center Street does have a lot of restaurants like that with different types of food. So pretty much whatever you're looking for, you can find.
Another great place to eat in Provo is a place called Cubbys. Cubbys has great sandwiches, great burgers, great hot dogs, and great salads as well. But the thing they're most famous for is probably their great rosemary fries or their sweet potato fries. They're great. Great place to go, really close to campus, great place to eat.
Provo has got a pretty good amount of diversity amongst its food. They have good Mexican, good Latino foods, and they have Indian, Chinese. Yeah, there's some pretty good restaurants down here, so you just gotta pick what you want, and 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a good restaurant. So there's lots of choices to choose from.